Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer the elemental energy reading with the runes for the week of August 10th through the 16th, 2025. The readings are general, so whenever you happen to see this, I'm sure that you'll get something out of it. I go through each of the elements individually. We look at each week for them. If you're interested in some fun little goodies, there's a few things linked in the description. There's also a natal chart, which gives you your base 12 houses and all the signs and symbols, and then explains it in 10 to 20 pages. And there is a section in there for the elemental alignment, and that helps you understand how the elements play into your zodiac. And it's kind of interesting because when you start digging into that, for me, when I first started looking at them, that was way more accurate than the rest of it was. So with that, we will get started with our fire family. Fire covers the zodiac signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So all of our salamanders out there. You are starting your week off with the Uraz rune, which is the color of dark green. Tarot association is the High Priestess, and astrology is Taurus. So fire, you're working with Earth right now. Creative power, wisdom, knowledge, good fortune, opportunity, and fire, you get to tap into your more amorous side this week. There's definitely a little more sensuality popping up is what I'm getting right here. But with the High Priestess and with Taurus, you've got this energy of success that's coming in. Something is coming to a positive conclusion. And with Taurus, it's something that's foundational. It's something that's strong. It's also something that might more focus on financial or household stability. So fire, you're starting off with a bang this week, but a stable bang. And so you're really in a good healthy space in that respect. Your second rune is the Manaz rune, which is the rune of man. Color of deep red. Tarot association is the Magician, and your astrology is Jupiter. So you've got a full plate here. Very much with fire, but you also have a little bit of earth and some water tied in here too. Humankind, deep wisdom held in the body, mind and body working as one, knowledge, memory, interdependence of the masculine and feminine within. So fire, there's a lot of energy coming forward for balance for you. There's also this energy of creation and completion. So there's something that you guys, fire family, have been working towards or working to complete a step in the process maybe. This is a week where things are going to start to fall into place. It's also this energy of finding balance, whether that's balance with your partner, whether it's balance between work life, and it I'm getting this really intense image in my head of telling your boss that this is your week to find your work-life balance. Like, maybe, no, I'm not taking the extra shift. I've already put in 50 hours this week. So there could be a little bit of pushback in that respect too, but they're saying this is going to be a successful week. You've got Jupiter and the Magician, which is all about having all the tools that you need. Jupiter is also a good energy for travel and success. So whatever's coming up, and they're like I said, the images they keep showing are like, but you're already working 60 hours. Can't you do 10 more? And you're like, no, I can't. So cool it. And it's like the images I'm getting are pretty funny. But the whole theme here is you guys are in a really good place. You're finding your balance, and you're able to move forward because of that. But you also have that new energy with Taurus coming in, which leads to a positive work-life balance. It also showing there's a new foundation. Like, you've been growing, and now it's a plateau, and now you got to kind of set up shop, because this is where you're going to this is where you're going to be for a while, is what I'm hearing. So you're in a good spot, fire. No complaints that I can hear. Let's hop over to our Earth family. Earth covers the zodiac signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. All of our gnome family out there. And we are starting you off with the Jira rune, or the rune of the year. Color is light blue. Tarot association is the Fool. Astrology is Earth. So Earth, this energy that's coming up this week is really getting into the core of who you are. This rune signifies the cycles of nature and life, something coming to fruition, effort receiving its reward. So this is also showing the energy of completion, but, and there's always a but with this one, the Fool is what's coming forward as your tarot association. So what they're saying is something that has been going on for a year has coming to a close. Like that part, like you've already experienced it, and now you're in a healthier space. But the Fool is saying now there's something different coming in. You've got something coming in from left field, a new beginning, a new promotion. It really could be a move that was unexpected, something that you've been kind of looking forward to or looking for. This week's where things are starting to fall into place, and that's where that Fool energy comes in. Like, you're the naive idiot going, yeah, I got this, and then you start tripping and being like, oh wait, I don't got this. You haven't quite reached the maturation of the magician. So you're in that process of something has ended, something new is coming in, and this new thing coming in is a little bit on the wild side because you're not sure what direction or how far you're going to go with it. But again, you're tapping into your own energy, and that's what they're wanting to bring forward. Sorry, I know the runes do this to me for some reason. Your second rune is the Degas rune, the rune of the day. Well, that's interesting. Color of light blue. Tarot association is temperance. Astrology is the dark moon. This signifies awakening, clarity, success, prosperity, and abundance in all areas of life. What I find interesting is you have a year and a day energy coming up. If you look into a lot of the Wiccan practices, a year and a day is a hand fasting ritual, a year and a day is an oath, a year and a day has a lot of different meanings. And for Earth, what could you do in a year and a day? I'm getting this impression that you need to answer that question for yourself. There is a lot of abundance available. You have the dark moon, which is a period of rest before the next chapter begins. You also have the energy of the Fool coming forward, and temperance. So you've got balance and a lot of earth-focused energy here. But you also are being called to a completion of a cycle and the beginning of something new. The problem is something new you know very little about. It could be something as simple as a promotion, and you think you know what you're walking into. You get in this desk and you're like, what did I just do? Or it could be something pretty major, like a move to a different city. And they're also showing me or letting me listen to a crying baby. So you could have some of that energy going on as well, where there could be a new one on the way where you're like, yay, something new. Oh no, what am I doing? Because that is always a kind of a standard fear with the first one is, yeah, you wanted it, you planned for it, everything's exciting, and then it happens and you're like, am I going to be a good parent? Is this going to be all right? Am I going to be able to afford this? Like, all the what ifs start popping up. And what I keep getting this impression is the year and the day concept for you. What can you do in a year and a day? It's not just asking what can you do next month. They're wanting you to look at this in a broader picture over the course of the next year. So Earth, even though we're looking at 1 week's reading, the impressions that I'm getting and what my guides are bringing up is you guys aren't looking at something for 1 week. You're looking at something for the long term. This is the week of contemplation because you're starting a new process, a new project. It's not a matter of waiting till New Year's to do that. You're being called to do that now, Earth. So that could be a lot more intense for you, but it's also exciting because it's a new beginning. So we'll hop over to our air family. Air covers Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, all of our sylphs floating up there in the sky. And your first rune, haven't seen this one in a minute, is the Gibo rune, or the Gabo rune, which is the rune of blessings and generosity. Tarot association is the Lovers, color is deep blue, and astrology is Pisces. So air, you're working with some water energy this week. It's a sign of gifts, generosity, giving and receiving, people coming together, and relationships deepening. So if you happen to be in a place where you're questioning how your relationship plays into things, or you're like, man, we are so awesome, but it's kind of quiet right now. This is a period where things could get a little more intense. There's a lot of... They're saying that there's a boundary that is... not really a boundary. A wall, something that's in the way that you both know is there and you're trying to figure out how to take it down. And this is the week where that wall comes down. There's a resistance I'm hearing to opening up. So Gibo is really saying this is the time of gifts and generosity. So allow yourself to open, both of you. I'm not sure why they keep showing me in that relationship. So it could be a Gemini situation where there's twins or a twinned energy of some form. But it's saying open up and allow yourself to understand the other person. Because when you're closed off, you're not going to be able to see or hear that person. But the energy that's being very, very strongly brought forward is this energy of opening up, of connecting in. But you can't do that if you keep that wall up. So it's time to maybe bring that wall down, because the gifts that are being offered can't be really received if you keep shutting the door. So your second rune is, where are we at here? Fehu, which is an Elder Futhark. So this is an old rune, basically. It is, the color is light red. Tarot association is the Tower. Astrology is Aries. Oh, wait a minute. You're working with some very interesting energy this week. You've got water, the lovers, lovers and Pisces, which are both water, and then you have the Tower and Aries, which are both fire. This rune indicates good luck, success, fertility, and harmony. Air, I don't usually see or feel this kind of energy, especially for you. You are walking an interesting tightrope this week. You are balancing two very, very strong opposing forces. So if there's this Gemini twinned energy that keeps popping up, as far as there's something going on where a wall has to come down, it could be someone who's got a lot of water, someone has a lot of fire. It could be air, water, air, fire, doesn't really matter. But there's that balance, or conflict, I guess I should say, of two very, very strong opposing forces. And the air aspect is what's balancing this. So you're in a very unique situation. When you have the Tower coming in, as well as the lovers, this is a call to tear something down. The wall that you had, or this resistance to opening up, no longer serves. The Tower is saying break it down, tear it down, creative destruction. Time to destroy so you can actually create something better. And the lovers is saying this is not healthy for a long-term situation. The walls basically have to come down. Whatever is... They're saying if you're not comfortable doing it on your own, then it's totally acceptable to find a neutral party, counselor, therapist, religious leader of some form, and have them be an intercessor in the moment, because there is a little bit of frustrated energy because you've got powerful water, powerful fire, and they're like attacking. And it's not like attacking, they're opposites. Aries and Pisces are two totally different energies. One's the beginning, which is Aries, the other one's the end, which is Pisces, and they do not communicate well with each other. You're working in that bubble, and you're the one kind of trying to navigate how to keep these two polarities from really becoming volatile. So they just keep saying tread carefully, and I don't think that's like, ooh, scary, negative. It's more of pay attention to what's going on around you, because this week is you're being called to tear down the boundaries and open up so that cycle of energy can start to really go, which is that giving and receiving type stuff. So, sorry, that one was a little intense. Earth and air apparently are going to have an interesting week. That's all I have to say. Let's hope water's not as bad. So water covers Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, all of our undines out there, or mermaids if you prefer. And you're starting off with Thurizaz, which is the god of strength. Color is bright red. Tarot association is the Emperor. Astrology is Mars. Air and water and fire. This could be where this all culminates. We are looking at protection, someone providing help, good news may come. Water, if you have an air friend, they're the person you want to talk to right now because they're the ones bringing in the balance. But what's also coming forward is this is a good time for reevaluating some paths in life. The god of strength comes forward to say, you're strong enough. Water, you've already been through fill in the blank. You've already dealt with fill in the blank. There's not much that's going to stop you going forward. I mean, you might stop you, but not much else is going to. So the Emperor brings forth the divine masculine and this energy of conquering, but not like taking over and, iron fist and all that. It's more of conquering your goals, conquering the things that are in front of you that are basically your inner demons is what we're looking at here. Mars is where the conflict comes in. So you're really working with this energy. I have to overcome. I have to deal with this. And they're saying, and we'll look at the second rune to get a little more clarity, but right now, water, this isn't really a time for timidity. This is a time for you to step up. Scorpio, you've got this. I'm not even worried about you. But Cancer and Pisces, tap into your inner Scorpio. Get into that little fire part of your aspect and elevate that, because it's going to help you overcome challenges as you're going forward here. Your second rune is the Perth rune, the rune of fate. Okay. Anywho, color is black, tarot association is the Wheel of Fortune, and astrology is Saturn. Mystery, chance, unexpected material gain, surprises, things hidden coming to light. Water, you and air have some things to talk about. This is really calling forward this energy of shifting and changing. You've got the divine masculine with the Emperor. You have Wheel of Fortune saying this is a cyclical pattern that is coming to a close, but as you close one, you rise above. But they're saying this is not a two-dimensional, it's three. So as you make your cycle, you move up. So you're still repeating what looks like similar patterns, but you're clearing out deeper and deeper levels of yourself as you're going through this process. And when you've got the god of strength and fate popping up here, which is Thursaz and Perth, this is not something you're going to escape. And Pisces, this is for you. You don't get to run away from your problem here. You have to look at what's being brought forward. Fate is here to help you clean it out. You've got that mystery, which all the water signs love mysteries. I mean, look at where they live. They're the depths of the ocean. We don't even know what's down there. So you've got this unbelievable mystery coming forward, but you're also being guided with strength of will. And this is capital W will, divine will, not the everyday will. So Saturn is that stern father figure. So water, you're dealing with a lot of divine masculine. You've got Mars and the Emperor, who are conquering heroes. They are the Aries and I completely just blanked his name, Zeus, of the zodiac, because Mars is all about, both the Emperor and Mars are very fiery, very powerful. But you also have Saturn, the stern father figure, tying in with the Wheel of Fortune. So you're not just dealing with a couple of small things going on here, water. There's something big moving under the surface. And this is where tapping into that divine masculine, which is a more projective, a more domineering to a certain extent. Healthy divine masculine is domineering to protect. Like you're keeping away the demons to protect the things you love. And that's what's coming up here. So this is not a negative aspect. This is saying step into your power. Water, there's really nothing that is going to stop water. There's things that will stop every other element. When water gets to moving, it takes out coasts. It wipes out mountains. Water destroys and can be massively destructive. But water can also be used to carve some of the most amazingly delicate things, like water cannons and stuff like that when they do their metal cutting. It's all in how it's used. Tap into your power to create a better life. This is a week of a little bit of a challenge, but it's more of the challenge of, are you ready? So, water, ask yourself, are you ready? Because that's what's coming forward here. But you've got the support you need. You've got fate and the god of strength coming up. It's all going to go the right direction, water. It's all going to end up the right way. It's just going to make you have to do a little bit of the work. So, overall this week, there is this energy of change in the air. We're not quite into fall, autumn type stuff, but you can definitely feel that. And the elements are being triggered off of that right now. Earth and fire really are the quietest of the two, which are the four, which is a little surprising. Water and air, this is a good time to be paying attention to what's going on around you. There's opportunities if you're willing to take them. but it's a matter of keeping your eyes open and your head on a swivel so you can pay attention to what's happening, because there's a lot of things going on here. A lot of it is stuff that's a little bit beyond your control, but it's stuff that you've put in play, and so the pendulum's shifted, so now it's just taking over, and that's where that strength comes in. Is, hold strong, it's going to be all right, it just may take a minute. So overall, it looks like it's going to be an interesting week. Good week for a couple, earth and fire. Air and water, you've got some things to think about. And with that, I will let you guys go. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, comment, let me know your thoughts, feelings, and impressions, and I will see you in the next video.